It is the final day of the BookTubeAthon and I'm so conflicted. This week, from Twitter sprint to building book towers, houses and poems, to the YouTube challenges, to making new friends, to reading new books, to reading old books, I have had the least boring week of my life. I'm never at a lack for something to do, and although it was difficult to find time for reading because I was already so busy, I did, and I'm glad of it. So, today's challenge was to tell the camera, tell the audience, tell people a little bit about your favourite book and why it's your favourite book. Now, I come across an issue in that I could tell you about my favourite book. I could tell you about the book that I read in one day because I couldn't put it down. I could tell you about the book that I sat for hours writing quotes out of because almost every line was a notable quote. I could tell you about a book I received from a friend, carefully chosen with me in mind. I could tell you about the book that I read and cried at every chapter. I could tell you about a lot of books. There's so many books that I am in love with. There are so many books that took a piece of my soul with them as I read. There are so many books I wish I could read for the first time. I don't know how you can ask the question, what is your favourite book, without sitting there for an hour conflicted. I could show you my entire bookshelf because the ones that I love I have kept, and I have kept them safe. I don't know if it's a testament to how much I love them if they're in pristine condition or if they are utterly destroyed due to the amount I've read them, but either way, I love them all the same. But I do want to complete this challenge. So, my favourite book, if someone asks me, I will always say Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And it's hard to tell you why, because I don't quite remember the first time I read it, which sounds odd if I'm telling you it's my favourite book, but I do remember that it was hyped, that a lot of people were reading it, and I was like, oh, that sounds like a good title. I'm obsessed with space, maybe it's something like that. And then I found out it was LGBT+, and I was like, yes, I want it, and I read it, and I kind of related to the characters, despite the fact that I can definitely swim, despite the fact that I am not a Mexican boy in wherever this is set. I related to the characters, I related to the anger, I related to having parents that support you no matter what. Everything about it was like stepping into a different world that was like a paradox of my own kind of thing. I've in no way lived their lives, but I felt like I have through reading. It was probably one of the most beautiful stories I've ever read, and I haven't read it in a while, which again makes me sound like it's not my favourite book, but just seeing it on my shelf, I cannot imagine ever throwing it out. I cannot imagine not recommending it to someone. I cannot imagine not wanting to reread it again. There are books that I will go, oh, I haven't read that in a while, I need to refresh my memory, and this is definitely one of them. This So this is my favourite book. It is one of my favourite books. It is one of many favourite books. It is one of the books that I am going to pack in a box as soon as this video is done so it can go away with me. It is an important book to my life. It's an important book to the culture of the world, and it was a pleasure to read. It's just perfection. I can't put into words the emotions I felt while reading this, and I can't express in any means necessary how much it meant to me at the time. I have nothing more to say. Go read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. If not for the title, if not for the beautiful spine cover, if not for the author, if not for the amazing story, then for me, because I recommended it. And I assure you I have amazing taste. Happy BookTubeAthon. I wish it wasn't over. So, goodbye. I will see you soon.